whispering rain, and hummed to the stars in a sugarcane lane. White owls all blinked with their eyes full of dreams, as moonlight spilled over glittering streams. She rocked in a nest with a velvet blue rim, and watched as the fireflies started to dim. She whispered to frogs in pajamas of green, telling them tales of the places she'd seen. A castle of pillows, a blanket of sky, and marshmallow mountains where dreams go to fly. Her feathers all glowing in silvery light, she yawned and said gently, "Sleep well tonight." Then curled in her nest with a delion sigh, while stars sang goodnight from the sleepy sky. Clara the cat wore velvet blue. She walked like queens and royalty do. She balanced teacups on her head and leapt through hoops made out of bread. She purred in rhythm, soft and light, while fireflies danced in pale moonlight. She tapped her paws on tiles so neat, and left behind a trail of sweet. She climbed on clouds and chased her tail, then sailed through air on a cotton sail. She groomed her whiskers with a bow, while mice sang lullabies below. When the stars blinked with silver gleam, she curled up warm in a velvet dream. She whispered, "I'm queen of the midnight air," then purred through dreams without a care. Dottie the duck wore a gingham dress, with flour all over making a mess. She baked banana bubble pies with sprinkles shaped like butterflies. She cracked her eggs with flappy wings and filled her kitchen with dummies do. We chick-cut her eggs with flappy wings and filled her kitchen with yummy things. She cooked up clouds of cupcake fluff and scooped sweet dreams in marshmallow puff. She jiggled jello in every hue and iced a cake that sang woohoo. She served her treats on lily trays to frogs in crowns and needy to a day. She'll drink dinner down in half the tube, then Issa ate the can. Sat at chinks on later chinks, blue stars and crowns and bees. At night her oven hummed a song while stars beat down all night long. She dreamed of castles made of bread and donut moons above her head. The crow wore stripy shoes, one was pink and one chartreuse. He danced on branches high and low, then moonwalked past a sleepy doe. He juggled berries 5 or 6 with cherry pies and pancake sticks. He sang to frogs in a polka dot hat and waltzed with a giggling tabby cat. He built a nest from colored string and made it bounce like a trampoline. Jelly snored while dreaming of flying chirp. He batched meats from the connet skin, me bats on the chandelier. Flew to Delany, we found one waves and costy fail. Lest we press on a cinnamon tree, sipping sweet stars in a cocoa sea. He chirped on wild but never rude, and snored while dreaming of flying.
Zaquala the koala wore jelly bean shoes. She danced in the treetops and sang the koala blues. With glittery gum leaves stuck in her hair, she twirled like a feather light as air. She painted the clouds with a peppermint brush, then slid down a rainbow in a giggly rush. Her pouch had a toaster that popped out toast. She shared it with fairies who loved it the most. She swung from vines made of licorice rope, and taught sleepy lizards to hula and hope. With sparkle-tipped fingers she painted the night, turning stars into sprinkles, glowing bright light. Then under a marshmallow tree so white, koala curled up with dreams by her side. She whispered, "Tomorrow I'll ride a moonbeam," and snuggled in soft clouds lost in a dream.
Tree to tree, a rainbow bridge of silken thread carried her dreams where angels tread. Unicorns hummed a lullaby tune, wrapped in the glow of a silver moon. Her tail became a blanket wide, with sparkles stitched on every side. And as the stars began to sway, Petty's dreams flew far away. Freddie the flamingo flew to a fair, with purple sunglasses and jelly bean hair. He twirled on a teacup, spinning with glee, then bounced on a cloud made of whipped cream and tea. He played peekaboo with a cotton candy goat, and rode on a marshmallow sailboat float. He juggled cupcakes on a licorice swing, while singing a tune with a peppermint ring. He danced with owls in a donut parade, with glittery frosting and soda pop shade. He slurped rainbow noodles from the sky, and waved to a giraffe on a lemon pie. When stars began to tickle the moon, he hummed a lullaby soft as a tune. Freddie yawned on a caramel mat, dreaming of frails and a cookie cat. Dreaming of frails and a cookie cat. Finley the finch flew through soft midnight air,
with wings made of velvet and moon in his hair. He soared over treetops where lullabies grew, and dipped through the stars in a sky painted blue. He passed by the cloud shaped like teddy bear toes, and whispered to fireflies blinking in rows. He sipped from a dewdrop that shimmered like glass, then fluffed up his feathers and flew through the grass. He found a warm nest by a sunflower light that blinked like a lantern to wish him good night. He wrapped up in petals as soft as a sigh, while night breezes hummed him a hush lullaby. The crickets all sang as he drifted to sleep, and dreams made of starlight began to creep. Finley the finch in a bed made of breeze now dreams of the moon and the whispering trees.
Tilly the tern flew soft and slow over the waves where moonbeams glow. With wings like silk and eyes so bright, she sang to stars that lit the night. She glided past the sleepy shells above the sea where silence dwells. She danced with clouds so calm and wide as glowing dolphins swam beside. The breeze would hum a lullaby while jellyfish lit up the sky. She built her nest on a driftwood beam and locked herself into a dream. The sea grew still, the stars grew high as Tilly closed her dreaming eye. Wrapped in the hush of the silver sea, she whispered, "Come and dream with me." Big yellow shoes, he danced every morning to jungly blues. He twirled through the trees with a giggle and roar, then somersaulted on the forest floor. He wore a top hat made of shiny green leaves with jelly bee buttons on cinnamon sleeves. He roared out a tune as the toucan sang back, and juggled 3 pineapples high on a yak. He built a grand oven from twigs and old logs with help from some bunnies and blueberry frogs. He baked lemon pies with a sprinkle of cheer and shared them with hippos who gave a loud cheer. In marshmallow fluff, wearing a cape made of cotton candy puff. He'd dream of tomorrow with stars in his eye and whisper, "Let's fly to leaden pie sky."
Dizzy the drift car zoomed all day, spinning in circles with clouds of spray. He squealed on the corners with a turbo cheer, leaving trails of sparkles from ear to ear. His tires went zo and screech so loud, crowds of jelly bean people all clapped and wowed. He looped through tunnels made of licorice black and launched off a ramp with a popcorn snack. He drifted past trees made of taffy and fudge, then did a sweet spin on a peanut brittle smudge. Candy canes twirled as he raced through the mist, chocolate chip raindrops flicked off his twist. At night he parked in a cookie garage beside moonbeam cones and a caramel mirage. He whispered, "Tomorrow I'll race the moon," then dreamed of rockets and ice cream tunes. Dizzy the drift car zoomed all day, spinning in circles with clouds of spray. He squealed on the corners with a turbo cheer, leaving trails of sparkles from ear to ear. His tires went zo and screamed so loud, crowds of jelly bean people all clapped and wowed. He looped through tunnels made of licorice black, and launched off a ramp with a popcorn snack. He drifted past trees made of taffy and fudge, then did a sweet spin on a peanut brittle smudge. Candy canes twirled as he raced through the mist, chocolate chip raindrops flicked off his twist. At night he parked in a cookie garage, beside moonbeam cones and a caramel mirage. He whispered, tomorrow I'll race the moon, then dreamed of rockets and ice cream tunes.
Tilly the toucan woke at dawn with a paintbrush beak and a great big yawn. She dipped in rainbows red and blue and painted clouds a candy hue. She painted stars with lemon cream and made the sun a tangerine dream. She flapped her wings, the colors flew, a sky of jelly beans and glue. She drew a castle made of toast with cinnamon flags and a buttered post, then shaped a moon from melted cheese and hung it high with a giggle breeze. By night she'd nap in a feathered nest, wearing socks and a glitter vest. She dreamed of skies in bubblegum dye. Oh, how Tilly loved to paint the sky. Tilly the toucan woke at dawn with a paintbrush beak and a great big yawn. She dipped in rainbows red and blue and painted clouds a candy hue. She painted stars with lemon cream and made the sun a tangerine dream. She flapped her wings, the colors flew, a sky of jelly beans and glue. She drew a castle made of toast with cinnamon flags and a buttered post, then shaped a moon from melted cheese and hung it high with a giggle breeze. By night she'd nap in a feathered nest, wearing socks and a glitter vest. She dreamed of skies in bubblegum dye. Oh, how Tilly loved to paint the sky.
Dottie the duck loved to bake. She'd waddle and wobble by the lake. With a chef hat high, an apron neat, she made sweet pies with jelly feet. She whisked up clouds of marshmallow cream and stirred in sprinkles from a dream. Her oven glowed in candy cane red, with cookie dough dancing overhead. She flipped hot pancakes in the air and caught them on her beak with flair. Then poured hot cocoa in a shoe for frogs who came to sip and chew. At night she sang a sugar song as cupcakes marched in line so long. Then curled up near her honey cake and dreamed of pie she'd eat to brave. Dottie the duck loved to bake. She'd waddle and wobble by the lake. With a chef hat high, an apron neat, she made sweet pies with jelly feet. She whisked up clouds of marshmallow cream and stirred in sprinkles from a dream.
Polly the penguin loved to slide across the snow so smooth and wide. With earmuffs pink and skates so blue, she raced the wind and the snowflakes too. She'd giggle past seals and wave at whales, spinning through icy crystal trails. She'd built a castle from blocks of ice and crowned herself with snowflake spice. She juggled fish on frosty toes and twirled around where the cold wind blows. She made snow angels with wings
so neat. Then sipped cocoa with marshmallow feet. At dusk she watched the stars unfold, wrapped in a scarf with threads of gold. She whispered, "Let's skate to the moon one day," and dreamed of stars that led the way.
Larry the lion wore polka dot shoes, sipped his lemonade under skies of blues. He roared with a grin so wide and bright, wearing his sunglasses way past night. He played on drums made of mango peels, spun in circles on banana wheels. He painted rainbows with his tail, and danced with monkeys who clapped and wailed. He roared a tune to the morning birds, mumbling jungle silly words. He slid on vines and bounced on logs, played peekaboo with sneaky frogs. When stars came out in the sky so wide, he snuggled in grass with bugs by his side. Dreamed of lemonade, a river so sweet, and tigers tap dancing on Chocolate Street.
Shoes on straight and shirt so white. He danced to school with a beat, rainbow socks on tiny feet. His pencil marched with a silly tune, his hair bounced like a red balloon. His lunchbox sang a sandwich song, and grins giggled all day long. The chalkboard clapped with happy cheers, the bell rang loud in bunny ears. He raced with frogs, he painted space, then raced with books in a bubblegum race. When the day was done and skies turned gold, then he smiled. "School is bold," he whispered, "tomorrow will be cool," and skipped back home from super school. Backpack Benny woke up bright, shoes on straight and shirt so white. He danced to school with a beat, rainbow socks on tiny feet. His pencil marched with a silly tune, his hair bounced like a red balloon. His lunchbox sang a sandwich song, and grins giggled all day long. The chalkboard clapped with happy cheers, the bell rang loud in bunny ears. He raced with frogs, he painted space, then raced with books in a bubblegum race. When the day was done and skies turned gold, then he smiled. "School is bold," he whispered, "tomorrow will be cool," and skipped back home from super school.
Toby the turtle moved quite slow, waving at daisies as he'd go. He wore a backpack full of snacks, and danced with beetles who played sax. He hummed along with buzzing bees, and napped beneath willow trees. And fans said that socks that glowed willow trees make it to me. He tiptoed past a sleepy fox with socks that glowed like candy rocks. He painted rainbows on his shell, and sang with frogs beside a well. He rode a leaf down the winding stream, and smiled big in every dream. At sunset, Toby snored so sweet, wrapped in vines from head to feet. He dreamed of clouds shaped like toast, and turtles riding flying boats.
Freddy the Frog wore a jazzy hat. He drummed on leaves where the firefly sat. He ribbited tunes that made birds dance, and frogs all wiggled in a conga prance. He bopped on mushrooms big and round, making beats from the forest sound. He spun like a top, his eyes aglow, as dragonflies joined in the funky show. He sang with crickets on a lily stage and rocked the pond from page to page. He leapt through hoops of glowing bugs, then gave his band the biggest hugs. He napped on a lily, soft and wide, with Tadpole snuggle by his side. He dreamed of concerts in the stars, where frogs wore boots and strummed guitars. Freddy the Frog wore a jazzy hat. He drummed on leaves where the firefly sat. He ribbited tunes that made birds dance, and frogs all wiggled in a conga prance. He bopped on mushrooms big and round, making beats from the forest sound. He spun like a top, his eyes aglow, as dragonflies joined in the funky show. Holly the hummingbird flutters with grace, wings like whispers in star-dusted space. She hums through the air with a soft little tune, painting bright trails by the light of the moon. She sips from a flower made fresh out of dreams. It's nectar like honey and strawberry creams, with sparkles around her and feathers aglow. She dances through twilight so gentle and slow. She tucks in the blossoms and hushes the breeze, sings to the owlets asleep in the trees. Her lullaby floats on a lavender breeze, wrapping the meadow in slumber with ease. Softly glide through magical starlight and moonbeams that slide. Marvin the mouse had a cheddar race car with wheels of crackers and lights from a jar. He zoomed through tunnels made of toast and beat at ants who cheered the most. He wore cool goggles with cheesy shine and raced through tunnels of melon vine. He looped through loops of pasta twist and zoomed by snails and spaghetti mist. He beeped at worms and apple cabs and dodged some flying gummy crabs. He won the race with cheesy flair, then soared up high through peanut air. At night he parked on a muffin hill and dreamed of rides more thrilling still. He whispered, "Tomorrow's another lap," then napped inside a giant wrap. Marvin the mouse had a cheddar race car with wheels of crackers and lights from a jar. He zoomed through tunnels made of toast and beeped at ants who cheered the most. He wore cool goggles with cheesy shine and raced through tunnels of melon vine. He looped through loops of pasta twist and zoomed by snails and spaghetti mist. He beeped
at worms in apple cabs and dodged some flying gummy crabs. He won the race with cheesy flair, then soared up high through peanut air. At night he parked on a muffin hill and dreamed of rides more thrilling still. He whispered, "Tomorrow's another lap," then napped inside a giant wrap. Benny the bunny wore roller skate honey. They stuck to his feet and made things funny. He zipped through the forest with jelly beans beaten off mushrooms and popcorn we'd eat. He twirled past turtles with giggling hops to cartwheels over the candy corn crops. He waved at the ducks in donut boats and balanced 5 squirrels on root beer floats. He slid through a tunnel of glittery cheese, sneezed so loud he rattled the trees. He landed in a pudding with a pancake hat and got chased by a giggling blueberry cat. At night he curled in a marshmallow bed, wearing a crown made of gumdrops red. He whispered, "Tomorrow I'll roller skate Mars," then dreamed of banana-shaped chocolate hats. In Robo World, where the giggle gears spin, tiny bots laugh with a dimpled grin. Wheels go whiz and springs go booing. Even the hammers can dance and sing. Sappy the bot wears a pancake hat, rides on a hoverboard shaped like a cat. He bounces on buttons and flips through the air, leaving behind trails of fizzy pop flair. There's Robo Queen Bee with bubblegum wings, conducting a choir of squeaky springs. They beep out tunes that tickle your toes and blink in colors that sparkle and glow. The moon in Robo World glows candy blue. It hums a lullaby just for you. So dream of rockets with jelly bean steam. In Robo World you build your dream. Sugar pink and sipped from teacups on the brink. She danced with bees in Tuda's vine and looped through trails of candy vine. She painted skies with frosting rain and sang with wind in minty lanes. She circled the rainbow shaped like loops, then spun through caramel-colored swoop. She landed on a donut ring where jelly birds began to sing. At dusk she flew to a cookie nest and cuddled in chocolate for her rest. She whispered, "Tomorrow I'll fly again across the skies with my sugar friends." Zip zap zoo, over the hills and through sky blue. They bounce on clouds made of marshmallow pie, with jelly bean birds that zoom and fly. The horn on the bus sings la-dee-dee, waking up giggles in the peppermint tree. The wipers wave like lollipop wings, splish splash dancing while the rain cloud sings. The doors go whoosh like soda pop fizz, opening wide with a strawberry whiz. The seats are made from licorice swirl, each one saved for a giggly girl or boy and squirrel. At night it parks on a cupcake hill fall down with a chocolate chill. The bus dreams dreams in marshmallow light of racing moonbeams in the sweet sunlight. King Coco wore a crown so bright it sparkled stars in morning light. He ruled a land of jelly bean hills with chocolate streams and lollipop mills. His robe was stitched from rainbow thread. He danced on cakes before his bed. He rode a lion made of pie that roared out sprinkles in the sky. He held grand feasts of toffee trees and tea poured fresh from honey bees. His trumpet blew a bubble sound that floated birds all round and round. At night he'd sit in a sugar throne and hum sweet songs in a cinnamon tone. He'd whisper dreams to clouds above, wrapped in giggles, joy and love. The peacock loved to twirl with feathers bright in every swirl. She danced through petals in the breeze and painted rainbows through the trees. She wore a crown of dewdrop light that shimmered soft from morn to night. She sang with robins in the glade while hummingbirds and swayed. She'd flap and flap, then leap up high and sketch pink sparkles in the sky. She'd land on clouds of cotton blue and bow as dandelions flew. At dusk she'd roost on golden vines where moonbeams wrapped in silken lines. She'd whisper dreams to stars above, oh penny twirls in skies of Luna the unicorn laughed at the sky, wearing pink boots and a blueberry tie. She danced on rainbows with glittering knees and tickled the clouds till they giggle with breeze. Her horn made music, a tinkle-tune bell. It rang through the trees like a fairyland spell. She galloped through gardens where gumdrops grew and painted the roses in marshmallow blue. She lipped over rivers of lemonade light, chased moonberries glowing all through the night. Stars whispered secrets into her ear as jellyfish lanterns hovered near. At bedtime she curled in a cloud made of cream and drifted away in a donut dream, with hooves tucked snug and sparkles above. Twinkle, twinkle, toffee star, riding sugar clouds from far. Do you dance on moonlight trails, wearing coats of caramel tails? Lemon lollies light your way as Raindrops float like fireflies bright, while you twirl in velvet night. Snuggle down in cocoa skies, whipped cream dreams behind your eyes.